Hi, this is Alan Chen, and I'm the owner of the Lightning Gravity Gaming Company. And I'm going to teach you how to make a gaming company inside a YouTube tutorial video. First of all, save up your money. You should work alone to save up more money without paying anyone else unless you're that good. We can work with a teammate like a triple A game or somewhere double A video games, like quality games. So you don't have to. If you work alone, it's a library, for example, or studying space in a quiet space. You can not you don't have to rent a working studio and buy a working studio your estate that will cost a lot of money, and you can purchase a laptop, charger, backup USB drive, mouse, music earbuds to be quiet while listening to what you need to hear inside a laptop, and uh, do not use IDE to make video games. Unless you're that smart, you can use per Java or C++ like coding to create anything as you can, even though might cannot make 3D video games without any software. I doubt that, unless it's 2D. But to be use IDE, we might need to be on top 5% of coders. But you have to make a 2D Android cell phone game with Java. You need to know how to create your own key store. You need to know how to code those stuff. And IDE is the integrated drive electronics. Uh, and just to use the game development software, it's much more easier to make your own business level. You know, use IDE, you might can draw some figures or text or numbers or play some data trees, but it will be useless if you only can play trees and stuff like those. You have the more applicational stuff and stuff like those that you can make a video games that's fun. Not just like drawing lines with 2D or drawing some pixels with 2D and import pictures with 2D. Those are not really that good enough to make a video game. So with IDE and to Unity is my top gaming engine software. Unreal Engine is the second best. Game Maker Studio 2 is good for training to make video games around good levels, or yeah, or sometimes a bit university level ish, or but not very good for AI with Game Maker sometimes because how the interface compiler works. Yeah. Do not use IDE. IDE is coding like, well, this is what IDE looks like, the Xplix. I guess Xplix is the best IDE branding and the coding things. So it's Java, Java Enterprise Edition, C, C++, JavaScript, such as HTML, web developers, and PHP as web developers as well to launch inside your own web hosting stuff. Uh, there would be no over one player video games because the one big thing that PHP Unity or something to code a server is really hard with PHP. Especially it's harder than web hosting or something with the server programming, the back end side. So it's hard enough that I guess only the Western University Computer Engineering are the only server programmers in Ontario. That's how, unless it's Harvard University or something like those, that good at programming to make the server programs as online video games. So Your video game should be all single player only. No two players deck games, something like those. And this is what give the creator and Creative Commons, so won't be copyright issues. And the rest of them are screenshots. Shouldn't be that bad a deal of copyright issues or just ray tracing copy drop paint inside the branding the logo stuff. So it shouldn't be copyright that badly even in this YouTube video. And Facebook marketing. You can Facebook marketing inside you can create your own Facebook business page to market your own business more and to create your own username um URL in the Facebook link. You can press the button create page username add the username button. And YouTube marketing, it had to be commercial use. In Facebook, it doesn't have to be commercial use, I think. Contents, and when you're uploading stuff. Commercial use stuff. And create your own YouTube branding and services channel to market your own business. You could get paid if you have enough YouTube viewers when you meet your YouTube requirements. You will need a requirement to create your own YouTube URL website link. Yeah, and that's the URL that we need to requirements. Uh, Web hosts, HTML coding. Do not web host HTML coding or PHP. Well, pretty sure it's PHP. It's part of the server side. You have to upload in the web hosting. It's not HTML unless unless you know some server backend side at least once, such as public HTML. This is where I open the file as public HTML. We'll open it and default HTML, download HTML file, open HTML file, and then after this is the same thing as the website link I see that you have to know at least how to package the PHP files or HTML files, something like those, to do the web host. So use website builder. Instead of website hosting. Just use the HostGator website builder to make your own life easier or something like those. My first choice learning tool is CG Cookie. You can learn. It costs $29 per month. CG Cookie have 3D Blender, 2D drawing, Unity game development, and clay sculpting video tutorials. My second choice of learning tools is Udemy. Udemy also have some Unity ads video tutorials, and I warn you, do not use Google AdMob unless you are coding per Android Java IDE, because inside Google AdMob Unity package download will not work inside Unity because it does not compile each other or something like those. So just use Unity ads. That's pretty sure only hope. And this is a link to learn how it works. Must game development tools. Photoshop Elements is a subscription-free software. It means no subscriptions unless you use Adobe Creative Cloud. That will cost expensive as $80 Canadian dollars per month. Yeah, I suggest you to use Adobe Photoshop Elements 2019 or something like those. Another must use development tools is Blender 2.8 commercial free, and well, commercial free means you can use it as commercial stuff that get on sales. Commercial free means it's free software. Commercial use means it's not free software. And it does not Blender 2.8 does not have subscription fees. But Autodesk does has it. Yeah, does have payment as 250 Canadian dollar per month. Blender 2.8 is going to July, released in July, planning date, and really recommend Blender 2.8 than Blender 2.79. And this is steps how to make a 3D model is referencing concept artworks, blueprints, modeling, UV mapping, texturing, rigging, animating game cycles, game programming, game lighting, and game visual effects. Just the final details in the game engine as well, not only the Blender. And this is must game development tools again. It's 180 United States dollar ZBrush Core 2018, I guess. Much cheaper than the regular ZBrush. 895 United States dollars of ZBrush. The ZBrush Core can make it easier to paint 3D objects a lot easier for a long life than using the Photoshop. Like paint the 3D space interface inside the ZBrush Core. And Uh, also, to use ZBrush Core, do not paint multiple items at once inside the software. Paint one object one time when you open the software interface. Or else it gets too confusing using the paintbrush. Uh, may not game development tools. It means may, means maybe. Because 80 Canadian dollar per month, Adobe Creative Cloud will cost way too much for the most game developers. You are not allowed to use student version to make your own video game company because it's usually on for sold. So it has to be commercial use or something or commercial free. Um, but the paid Adobe Creative Cloud could be for the engineers and the better designers as well. Like the more polished corporation will works instead of indie games or for the real engineers. May not be game development tools is because the 250 Canadian dollar per month Autodesk software, only one single software, will cost you way too much for the game developers. You are not allowed to use the free student version to make your own video game company again. Same as the Adobe Cloud, Creative Cloud. Since I was the although same as the student version in Adobe Creative Cloud, I guess. Um, you can use the paid Maya Autodesk or the 3D Max desktop or the paid Mudbox Autodesk if you have enough money to spend with, but it will cost a lot. 3D Mudbox is just same as thing as the brush tool. Yeah. 3D Studio is for 3D software, same as Maya. Autodesk is mainly for engineers and better designers like Scan with the architectural, engineering, construction collections. So it's not a very good idea to spend that much money for indie games usually, unless you have got good corporations that's skillful at production at the same time and return the revenue of your own amount of money. And this is the level one publishing. The level one publishing is Itch.io Publishing are good for publishing non-profit organization video games, such as so you can publish easily with your own computer video games or Android video games or HTML video games like web browser games or some kind of Apple game video games and Apple cell phone video games. Yeah, I can release anything like those. That's something very positive about itch.io publishers. And but I don't reach a lot of people usually. And at least you get paid $1, I guess, sometimes, if it's good enough. And could get paid at least something. Level 2 publishing. You will only need a debit Visa bank card to make and publish a Google Play Android video games in Google Play Console publisher. Do not make a Google Play game services or make the Google Play unless you are using per Android Java IDE programming. Like, don't use Google Play services, I mean game services, and Play at Google Pay at the Unity software or Game Maker software or the Unreal Engine. All this shouldn't be working because the for example, the Unity package will not work inside inside the inside the Animal downloads or something like those. And sometimes Animal will not work inside GameMaker, which I tested both of them, Unity and GameMaker. That Java will not work on GameMaker, even though you use the extension somehow with Java somehow. Some kind of extensions. Yeah. And Google Play game services are your safety games, achievements, and leadership boards. Google Pay are your own in-app purchasing video games. Yeah, so do not try to make this unless you know how to program an IDE by yourself with Java. Do not use this with Unity or with GameMaker, else it will not work. Or with Unreal Engine. So I tested with both softwares, Game Engine software with GameMaker and Unity and Game Engine already. That will not work unless you program with per Java codes with IDE. And level 2 publishing warning that you must pass the hidden Google Play playtesting services for your own players to publish your own real video games. Like for example, that there's a hidden button called playtesting. That you should use that no matter what. If you're a small group of employees or trusted users, you can expand your test to an open release. Yeah, that they don't trust you if they detect you that you're just a small game company. That you have to play test it by yourself. Level 3 publishing. To publish a Steam video game, you will need to use the Steamworks publisher. Yeah, this thing is level 3 because you need to own a business bank account, which you need to have a deposit and very good earnings at around 300,000 Canadian dollar deposit money inside your own bank to create your own business bank account. So in case you went debt or be homeless someday. So you have to have extra amounts of money inside your deposit money. We're not using it, but you have to be at least rich to own a business at least to be safer through the bank system legally and stuff like those. And with the Steamworks, you can finally publish a better desktop video games instead of Google Play console that only can release Android video games that can be better cell phone games, but it'd be hard to make better cell phone games with only one screen button that pointing and dragging everywhere sometimes with your fingers or spreading with your two fingers around, which is really hard to code those things. Yeah, I mean, much more easier than touchscreen cell phone games. If you try to make a desktop video game, which you get more game content, which is more funner sometimes. With PC or Mac computer games with keyboard and mouse at least. That's easier to play with sometimes and with more keys and controls to play your video games. Other must game development tools is a matrix music maker by playing a MIDI piano with some purchase digital sound effects. The free matrix sound have no monthly subscription fees. Matrix warning: you will need a MIDI USB piano. Other must game development tools: free Audacity to record your own voice. This is an easy way to record your own voice. I'm not sure that music maker is a good idea to record your voice sometimes. I never did tried it, but I used Audacity. It's free and stuff. It's easy to you learn how to use it, and it's really basic and okay to use it. The other must game development tools. Just pay the best commercial use sound snap downloads to use the best gameplay sound effects. It costs 15 United States dollar per sound downloads, 5 sound downloads. Um, and this is SoundSnap. And this is everything I have Photoshop by myself with the logos, so it's not really copyright. I should just copy the image, paste it, ray trace it, delete the original version of the image in Photoshop, and just drop paints the right color of the logo and stuff like those. It's just nothing to do with copyright. You should be. Oh, yeah, there end. Yeah, thank you.